over Team Druids, 2-0. So now we have WOP Dash versus Reason Gaming. I'm joined by Near once again as my co-caster. Welcome back, Near.
Thank you. Enjoyed the break here and ready for any other good series.
Good to have you back here, and yeah, looking forward to this one now. Another potentially good series, no doubt. Again, these are two teams that definitely solid teams, and on any given day can play very well. So, interesting start to the draft here. So, getting right into it, we got Hellbringer, Midas, Salamon, and Parasite bands coming out. And the Salamon band up there, interesting stuff. But Behemoth into Parallax and Rhapsody into Andromeda. But Parallax, I mean, that's the interesting one, right? He's the hero that has been a lot of attention around lately. So you get to see him here.
Definitely strong hero. I think Gladiator is also one of the favorite heroes in for these teams at least, especially for WOP Dash too. Cookies plays it a lot, and yeah, interested to see another game of Parallax for sure. It's gonna be fun, but it's usually you put it as a kind of dual core lineup where you solo mid or something with Parallax solo and some kind of lane where you're doing okay, and then you have another carry who you can also rely on, so it's not the solo carry in the game or for your team.
Yeah. Magnus. We got Magnus, the third pick for Reason Gaming over here. But yeah, it seems like that in fact, when Fresh ran it against Sync, I believe they did have a carry to go with the Parallax that they had as well. Again, played by Slosky there, and ended up obviously working out for them in the end very well. So, yeah, I am excited to see how Parallax does this game. We've also had the other side of the spectrum, though. We've also had cases where, in fact, just yesterday, God, what series was that one? That was, I want to say the later series that we cast that. So I think it was BMG versus Reason. You know what? It was Reason that picked it yesterday. That's right. They actually tried this yesterday against BMG in the first game. And frankly, it failed. It did horrible. It did not do good at all. It really kind of, he didn't get off to a good start. But he is one of these heroes. With that said, that feels like he does need that good start. He doesn't really have the greatest recovery, and he needs a bit of farm as well. So I guess that's kind of a downside to him if you don't get that. So hopefully for their sake that doesn't happen again, of course, with this Parallax. But we'll see.
Definitely agree. I think that's also why we see these kind of still banning carries here on Legion side. So they expect another carry to be alongside the Parallax. Wretched Hack, definitely interesting to see that one. Swiftblade, we haven't seen that too much. Actually goes unbanned, unpicked a lot of the times. I'm not sure why. It's actually a kind of hero that people may have forgotten a bit. Not thinking too much about it. Used to be one of the strongest suicide lanes as well.
Yeah.
Or even mid.
Yeah, Swiftblade really did kind of just drop off, didn't he? It feels like that happens every once in a while, where a hero that is seen often and you really didn't get touched up a whole lot, but for whatever reason, just kind of like, all right, we're done with this guy, we're done with this hero, and kind of just stop seeing him. So yeah, Swiftblade definitely under that. Don't see him a whole lot, but yeah, banned here. That is interesting. Both teams banning like they both still need carries though.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting how he's banning there, because when you have a Gladiator, you want to set up kills with him usually, especially if he's the jungle Gladiator. You want to be able to come out to the lane, put a fall and a showdown, and make sure you get a kill. So Wretched Hack doesn't really scream that that's a hero you want to gank for, that really bursts down your opponents, and not until she's level 6 at least, or has a lot of room to chase on. So I'm not sure that these are the heroes that they would actually go for, the Mage Bane, the Wretched Hack. But nonetheless, doesn't want to face them, and they ban them out. Prisoner is definitely one of the heroes you want to gank for with Gladiator.
Prisoner works pretty well. Sets up nicely, as you might point out, with the Gladiator there. Pharaoh, pretty quick response from Reason, so I don't think too much about that one there. They just had that in mind, really.
I'm actually curious if Parallax can Ionic dash away if she has the ball, if she's shackled. I don't think she can. I don't think she's able to, but I'm not entirely sure. I haven't seen it, so I don't think she can. So it might be a reason why they're also picking that here. Dark Lady to finish off the carry potential. Very strong lineup.
There you go, Dark Lady. You know a hero that is on the board, so I'm probably not going to see it here, but Warbeast is actually still there. I saw that right-clicked on the WOP Dash's side even earlier, but yeah, he's going to make it all the way through, untouched, as Puppet Master instead.
I was actually about to say that they could pick up the Warbeast actually in Hellborn instead of Puppet, but when they pick up Puppet right now, it looks like a tri-lane, solo Pharaoh, solo Parallax, and then Magnus Andro is going to roam. That's the deadly tri-lane, Andro, Magnus, and Puppet Master. They can definitely face it on Legion side, but they definitely don't have as strong as the tri-lane as Hellborn, that's for sure.
That synergy right there of all doing the ready up together. Reason Gaming, they're ready to play here today, but will be, again, the Parallax pick, like I mentioned about yesterday. Didn't necessarily work out too well for them, but clearly the potential of this hero is there. Been getting a lot of attention lately, so be on Zephyronte, the one playing it here for this Hellborn team. But yeah, Dark Liddy, the carrier choice on the other side, and Mapingu, of course, playing it for their side here on WOP Dash. Yeah, I do believe the Shackle prevents the Ionic Dash, by the way. I think it does work that way, so going at that, but we'll see that come into play, I'm sure.
Yep. I mean, Parallax doesn't have that much attack speed, so it's actually going to be a huge nuisance if that happens for her in team fights, not being able to just bounce around, which is definitely the strong side of the hero. But, yeah, this is looking like a tri lane here, and it's going to be interesting. Predicting a lot of action. There's a lot of stunts and CCs, so any kind of misstep, Behemoth's going to fish you off, or Magnus is going to stun you, or Andrew, or you're going to get puppet showed, so a lot of potential kills.
See the Pharaoh Rocket coming down here, trying to scout them out, but unfortunately just launched a little too north of where they were, so I didn't really get the information of how they were setting up down here. But as we do see WOP Dash, I mean, it might be okay. So yeah, Gladiator is heading towards the middle lane, it looks like now, most likely. No, he's going back bottom, actually.
Oh, wait. Oh, they're going to do Rhapsody, Prisoner, Gladiator, it looks like. Okay. I thought they were gonna lane with the Behe there, and then have of course, I guess it makes sense kinda, but that's gonna be a good lane for Parallax. She's gonna do really well up top, and Pharaoh's gonna do really well mid. So it's not that Dark Lady's gonna do bad, but I just predict Pharaoh's gonna win by like 40-50 GPM, and Behe's not gonna have a good time top. So Recent Gaming, if they can win this tri lane bottom, they're in a really good spot. So it's really gonna come down to this, for them. Same time, WOP Dash, they can't really afford to lose it because the other lanes are not too well set up for them. Of course, Roams could change that.
All right, here we go now. The Tri versus Tri lane action always provides plenty of entertainment. I'm sure we're going to get that here in WOP Dash and Reason Gaming. So you see Puppet Master now making his way down here, but yeah, it really is that prisoner hook. There's the pitfall. The hook easily set up, as mentioned. Here comes Rhapsody with the staccato stuns. Isn't enough damage, though. It doesn't look like it. Magnus stuns through, and now Gladiator the one that needs to be careful. He'll be fine in the end, but hey, they land the combo as they planned, really, but just not enough damage to actually get the kill just yet.
Yeah, but unfortunate. I think if Prisoner managed to hook him into tower, it was pretty close. Could have been the difference. But a nice attempt, though. It's a pretty good combo. You can use that from Fog, the pitfall that is, and then land into a hook. But he needs to send himself some mana potions to keep this up.
You see Gladiator's already back to full.
Yeah.
There is this ward of Rev, though, so gets close enough to it, will be spotted, trying to sneak over, maybe set something up here. Be careful about that. Oh, there's a Rev ward, though, put now by the... Oh, no, the ward of sight? Oh, wait, I got confused by that. Okay, they just put a Rev ward down for their own ward of sight right there, vice versa. Anyways, they have the vision now over there to the side, so they are going to be able to see Gladiator if he tries to be sneaky here.
Yep. And, Magnus did send himself a mana pot, and it's now full mana, and they know that, so they have to be careful on Legion, not to step up here. He really needs to send himself some mana. I guess now he has for another hook, so he should be safe now. Magnus doing some good rune control. Same with the Behemoth. He might set up something mid, but I don't think so.
Oh, tried to hit the pitfall there on Andromeda, just a little shy though. Yeah, again, that's definitely something you got to be doing. You're going up against a Gladiator like this, constantly moving really left and right, back and forth, really keeping Gladiator guessing where you're going to be.
Yeah. He is making a big gamble here. He went all the way from top lane, took the top invis room, and it's now moving all the way bottom. If this backfires, it's going to be a huge swing for Hellborn. But if they get some kills and they can win the bottom lane because of this, it's definitely worth it. But it's a huge risk to take this early in the game.
High risk, high reward circumstance, and he's running right past a Rev Ward. I don't know if he was spotted right there. I think he was. Yeah, they're going back. They know something might be up here. Behemoth's still setting up, though. Oh, the Fissure. Oh, man, he just couldn't get the angle. Look at Puppet's going the right way. Now there's the block, though. The hook set up. And now Puppet Master will end up falling in the end. So, hey, it does pay off for the Bloodlust kill in the end. On Puppet, actually, the best target.
Yep. That's for sure. I think for it to really be worth it, they needed one more kill. But I mean, at least they're winning the bottom lane here, and Behemoth, as we already talked about, doesn't need that much farm. But the problem is Parallax has complete free farm. It's almost the same thing with Pharaoh. And as soon as Pharaoh hits level 6, he's gonna be a factor in this bottom lane.
See Behemoth ports back to the top lane and back to farming. He goes. But yeah, Pharaoh level 6, obviously very good at setting up kills with that Wrath of the Pharaoh there. Looking forward to him getting moving here. You got level 1 Magnus. And not the longest range on that stun, so can't necessarily look to dive right here unless they're really confident. Got going to be back and forth there. But yeah, taking a look at the middle lane, by the way. As well, my graph was messed up. All right, there we go. Dark Lady 21-2. You got Pharaoh 26-4. So, as you were talking about, it does seem like Pharaoh is having the advantage here in this middle matchup. Is he? What is he leveling, by the way? He is maxing out the rockets here.
Yeah, I think he's been using them to spam out mid. But what he could do is keep spamming them bottom at this point. Really make sure that the lead side are getting low. Hitting 3 people with rockets every 30 seconds. That's a huge deal. But with this build, it kind of shows that he's not going to go for any kind of solo kills, probably. If you do that, you max the Hellfire, but Dark Lady has a charge, so even with the mummies, you can't really keep him in place.
Oh, nice hook there on a puppet. No setup needed right there. Here comes the combo. No, actually, it's Magnus as well as he was running in. He finally gets the Lava Surge off, and now here's Pharaoh, though. Cookie's going to be turned on right there. Well played by Pharaoh with the timing, at least. And looking for more. Can he get maybe the mummy wall off? Good prisoner. Oh, just out of range. Good attempt, though. He's going to take some good tower damage, actually. He gets pulled in. Oh, the turn on to time to die. So, he had the right idea. If he lands that mummy wall, the different story, but ended up costing him his life in the end.
Yep. Unfortunate. Good patience from prisoner, waiting with that hook, not just using it instantly. So, good patience from Legion, and yeah, a bit unfortunate that he didn't know his mummy wall limits there. On Pharaoh.
Yeah, just it is kind of funky with that mummy wall. I know if you play it like every game, then I'm sure you'd be used to it. But every once in a while, just really gauging how close they are to you and whether or not it's actually going to trap them. It really can be close at sometimes, and that was one of those cases just outside where he wanted it. So.
Yeah, you can't really do the math on it. You have to play the hero X amount of times until you have it unlock. So sometimes you can still get surprised. I guess that happened to him there.
Well, somebody we haven't talked too much since the game has really started here is this Parallax, and he's already got the Ring of Sorcery, 360 plus gold per minute. So yeah, definitely going much better than it was yesterday. Granted, he's in that short lane, essentially getting some really good farm. Again, Behemoth, not really much of a match for him at that top lane. How about this Invis Magnus here? Guess he's just scouting. Or no, they might actually try to make a play. There's a stun. Here comes the Wrath of the Pharaoh. They catch Gladiator. Now there's support nearby. Not enough, though. Too much damage. Makes the kill happen. Dark Lady going back in, though, and Magnus is going to be picked off, actually. So it ends up being a 1-for-1. Dark Lady not going to pursue any further.
Yeah, good turn there. And, I think his teammates abandoned him a little bit too early, almost. Oh, Parallax actually forced a TP from him, so didn't get anything out of it. But he's gonna go back top, keep farming. Yeah, nice attempt though. Good idea, but unfortunately, they lose the Magnus in the process.
Speaking of Parallax, we expecting to see the icon here, probably.
Yeah, I think so. It's probably gonna be icon because he can get it as fast as he can as well. Definitely icon first item.
Yeah, I will say. So when we saw Slotsky play it against Sync there. He actually ended up not getting the Staff of the Master, which I thought was actually kind of considered almost like a core item on him ever since it's now with Superior Magic, and then of course the half reduction cooldown. But he ended up not getting it that game in the winning effort there. So I wonder what direction Zephyroth is going to go after that, as far as the icon.
Yeah. I'm not too sure. I think maybe getting a post state, getting a portal key. We've seen a lot of that. You blink in and then you start landing those silences onto the targets you want to kill. If you blink onto a PE, he's probably dead. So, or even Gladiator or Rhapsody. So that could be a way to go about it. Then he's probably going to need a Shrunken Head eventually.
You see Parallax trying to get something baited out here. Magnus nearby, level 3. Tower is low. Behemoth not going to risk it. So will be a tower kill for well, Reason as a team. You see Zephyronte lets it happen that way, and he actually buys a glowstone. So yep, sure enough, guaranteeing the icon of the goddess will be first to happen here for Parallax. Gonna sit on the red boots for now. Rhapsody is kind of rotating over right here, maybe looking to just place a ward, but in the area.
Looks like it. I like what they're doing here, switching Dark Lady bottom now, and then the Prisoner can start moving mid. And they can actually set up some hooks and kills onto Pharaoh, make sure that he's not being able to free farm the mid lane. So good rotations here, but they need to protect Dark Lady with a couple supports as well.
Oh yeah, poor bottom lane, Pharaoh. Glad I saw that there. He's coming in, gonna try to set up an angle here on Dark Lady. Remember that the charging strikes will allow him to get out of the mummy wall. It's caught in it, so don't know if that's necessarily gonna work. Unless they get the follow-up, of course, from Puppet Master and Andromeda in time. Oh, he's instead going to run over here and see them doing the pull camp. Oh, he'll take all the creep kills, and then he'll go for Gladiator. Lands the ultimate. Pitfall is going to come out. He does have a double damage here. Trying to get the kill himself, even. Puppet Master with the assistance, but Rhapsody a little too much as well. Will stop them from pursuing for that kill. And now the Fissure Stun trying to set up a turnaround right here. Pitfall. He's Puppet Master, you can tell. He knew something was up. He's going to be hooked back in. He's going to be killed back here, most likely. As, yep, down he goes. So it ends up being a kill on Puppet, actually, after all of that.
Yeah,
WOP
good
dash.
kill. So, actually, as we're getting out of the laning phase here, almost, it's kind of looking like the Hillpoint has definitely lost bottom lane, but the two other solo lanes are doing really well. So, they're going to rely a lot on Pharaoh and Parallax to make some plays happen for them in the team fights coming up here next shortly. At the same time, Bihi is does have the Striders, so he needs actually a lot for the portal key. The same with the Prisoner, he went a lot of build up. So they're still in the phase where they just want to keep farming for the next 5-6 minutes. And curious if Pharaoh's gonna let that happen. Don't think so.
Middle lane, Magnus rotating over with the Striders. Feels like he had the angle right there, kinda, but didn't take it, and in the end, Prisoner gonna be fine. Speaking of Pharaoh, by the way, he gets a B start here, so Helm of the Black Legion be the guess here for his first item to happen.
If you can get it fast early, then it's a decent item, but of course, doesn't scale that well into the late game against something like a Dark Lady. He is getting focused a lot, I would say, so not too shabby. That's a decent item if you can get it quick enough. Really
does bulk you up quite a bit. It makes you very hard to kill. Exactly if you get it early enough there. So B-Start also just purchased by Parallax, and so now that will be the icon of the goddess. So I'll have to go back to base, of course, to finish that with the Ring of Sorcery that he has, but that's nice progress that he's had here. Middle lane of just farming the creeps. There's Prisoner, but yeah, Parallax 400 gold per minute. So again, doing very well here. Dark Lady also doing pretty well, as he has the Sustainer picked up, so double broadsword's going to be happening for that Rune Cleaver. And going from there, as they say this is the bottom lane, they're kind of setting up. Fortisite seeing that, though, and now Dark Lady actually goes in onto Pharaoh. He dodges the Magnus stun, actually, and the Showdown Pitfall combo will catch Magnus in the end, so they get the one kill. You do have Pharaoh going back up in the Wrath of the Pharaoh, really trying to slow them down, if anything. Gonna pop the Hellfire. Meanwhile, Prisoner, he's caught with the Voodoo Puppet. Here comes Parallax as well. The Protective Melody not doing a whole lot there. Prisoner pulls them in. Altogether, actually, that club up kind of worked, but not enough follow-up. If Dark Lord had a Rune Cleaver at that point, then that could have been something, but clearly not having it just yet. So a lot of chaos for one-for-one.
Behemoth with a bit more mana could also have resulted in a big shockwave there.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of back and forth. I'm actually not sure who would really come out ahead, but a couple of misspells and some side steps, swinging it both ways.
Oh, Behemoth, they're chasing him down over here. Ooh, Magnus, the level 2 Lava Surge. Again, at earlier levels, it definitely could tell the difference in distance it goes. And actually, now Puppet Master and Magnus are both in trouble right here. They're stuck in the forest. Pharaoh's coming over, though. Behemoth is getting low. Behemoth will die through this, but well, what cost here? You got Puppet Master being picked off, Magnus, and Andromeda trying to kill Rhapsody over here. Pharaoh coming back in. That will be a kill on Rhapsody. However, the Shackle will secure the kill to Magnus, but now Parallax joining again, and Prisoner going to be chased down. Parallax trying to finish him off, get a charge on that icon of the goddess. Good job by Prisoner, though. He's going to throw out the hook, but the dodge there of the Fulcrum Shrift. And Parallax will survive throughout it and also end up with that kill in the end. So, well, we got a pretty action-heavy game here.
Definitely. Gets the first charge in the icon of the goddess. I think the big thing is Dark Lady TP top and could not be there. If she was able to come in with the ultimate and confuse people, I think they could have gotten a better exchange, but she actually hasn't skilled it yet, so a bit surprised by that. Especially with how action-packed the game is.
Yeah, that's true.
But the good thing though is she's 1800, has 1800 gold, and only needs 550 more for that Rune Cleaver, and then she can really start to take over the game. So I can understand that she doesn't want to participate and just want to play it safe and get that Rune Cleaver and do what she want to do when she gets the farm.
Yeah, debatable for sure. It's like if they're forcing your hand at doing it, then you could argue at least at 1 point could have been worth it. But yeah, choosing to go just more of the greedy, I want to get that farm, and as your hard carry, of course, it's understandable. Playing the Dark Lady here, so.
Remember in the past when it was global? Those are good times.
Oh yeah, no, that ability. Yeah, it used to be the global there, and it's going to be swapped, by the way. Oh, Comet's time to follow. Here comes Parallax. Silence coming out as well, and he has that Earth Shatter now. Is that going to be enough damage? Of course it is. Dark Lady didn't really stand a chance for the most part. So down goes Dark Lady, sure enough, talking about how she's doing here. Behemoth, though, cutting them off. The Shockwave, it's not enough damage on Andromeda. However, the creep block will cause issues and gets the kill on her. Puppet Master also getting pulled back in, so this fight once again continuing to happen here. Call to arms coming out, though. That's going to be big, no doubt. In comes the Prism Break. Wrath of the Pharaoh follows as well. The Mummy Walls are up. Dark Lady, of course, remaining death trundled as Rhapsody falls, and down goes Behemoth now. So no buybacks being used about all this. Simply, everyone staying alive as is. Parallax is trying to chase with this Pharaoh, but can't catch up to them. So I guess we have to give it to Reason there, the way it ended. But
yep, for sure. That could have gotten a lot better for them. I mean, beautiful plays from Gladiator coming with the ultimate to keep people alive, but Rhapsody hid behind the tree there and just had a full duration ultimate. So well played from those two, Cookies and Menrak, I guess his name is. But yeah, Reason coming out ahead. I mean, the Parallax is kind of getting to an unstoppable point. So they're really needing those blinks on Behemoth and on Prisoner to initiate on her before she starts doing her thing.
Yeah. And actually, interesting follow-up here by Parallax, but it kind of makes sense. The Void Talisman onto him.
Oh,
obviously, it seems like a great item on him, considering he is really all about magic and casting abilities. So
that's pretty good here. It's gonna nullify the Prisoner and the Dark Lady for X amount of time. Yeah. It's not like Dark Lady is looking for a Harkon's blade at this point in the game. So yeah, good pickup against these two heroes so far. Also with the Gladiator and Behemoth and Rhapsody being kind of on the level there. Magic damage burst is not that high.
God, already 4 charges too on that Icon of the Goddess. Really is a great start here for Parallax. So we definitely are going to get a very good idea of what a farmed good start Parallax can do. And the top lane, Behemoth, he did a pretty good job of dodging that ultimately. The Wrath of the Pharaoh, that is, from Pharaoh. So because he avoids it, he actually stays alive in the end. Good job by him. You do see Pharaoh, level 12 actually, is tied for the top level in the game with his own teammate as well as Dark Lady on the other side. So he's done a very good job in that sense as well. He gets a lesser cooldown, right? Yeah, no, only 60-second cooldown on that ultimate. Just leveled it up here.
Yep, definitely doing a good job so far. Ooh, Magnus almost getting caught, but Dark Lady bottom, but Parallax is behind him, Smoke.
Yeah, did not expect that. The silence, but can somebody follow up with the stun? No, they cannot. Meanwhile, over here, Hex actually gets picked up on Andromeda. Dark Lady barely alive. The Magnus stun just out of range. Projectile Melody is going to be stopped by Pharaoh, and the Tormented Soul will finish him off. You do see that Earth Shatter assisting plenty of damage as well. Both Rhapsody and Dark Lady dead. Pharaoh's now keeping on going. He does have his ultimate, actually, as well as a Mummy Wall in 1 second. There we go. He's just going to use that and look to finish off Gladiator here as they will. Sephiroth, they comes in with a kill. The hook from Prisoner nearly hits Magnus, but just to the right of him. But again, Parallax, that flank working out so well. Now 7 charges on the Icon at 18 minutes. And there's a tower kill.
It's looking very good. So about that space and place they had to make, they're definitely making the Pharaoh and the Parallax. So it's looking really good for them. Behemoth still needs about 350 gold for the portal key. Maybe that can turn things around when he gets that, if he can make it a kind of surprise factor.
Look at his difference in maximum mana, too, compared to everyone on the Legion side. That's ridiculous. He has 1,600 mana, just over that right now. And the top on the Legion side is Rhapsody at 650. He has over 1,000 more at this time. So, yeah, that Earthshatter really is going to be putting out some good damage here.
Definitely is. It's also worth noting that if you try and fight in these narrow places where they fought before, where at the rune spot, I mean, that Earthshatter is gonna hit everyone. You can't step away from it because there's just not enough room. So you gotta pick your right spots to fight.
Well, start looking really good again for Reason Gaming right here, but you do have a Dark Liddy, who is farming decent, 360 gold per minute, has the Ring Cleaver. Continuing her deal at the bottom lane, but definitely could use some portal keys, and actually Behemoth just got his here on the Legion side, and actually Prisoner also just got his recently. So this is the timing now for WOP Dash to perhaps try to make a play out of it as the bottom tower goes down. Yeah, I think that was an attempted deny, unfortunately not happening though, so the WOP Dash team will take credit for as a team at the tower kill there. But yeah, a couple of the portal keys is good to see here on the Legion side. You got Magnus on the other side, as looks like he just about has his. As yeah, going to pick us up right here. And Pharaoh, man, 2,600 gold saved up, plus the start that he's had. So Pharaoh really, not often we get to see, I mean, honestly, Pharaoh in general is obviously not really picked too often, but especially a farmed Pharaoh.
Farm Pharaoh is very dangerous. If you're at a point where wherever you mommy you can kill, that's very dangerous to be up against. And with the puzzle box, you got that level 1 now. If you can manage to get that level 3, that's amazing. Really a huge hero, especially with the farm. It's also not a hero after he jumps and uses everything. You don't want to kill him, but he's still a nuisance in those fights. So the mummies last for so long.
Yeah, that's true. He's kind of done his job with the initiation and mummy wall and everything. It's like, sure, you can kill him, but is that really accomplishing a lot compared to the others? So, yeah, he is a difficult hero to face against, it sounds like, especially with a good start here.
Yeah. It also keeps WOP Dash, they have to be together, because if Rhapsody goes alone, Gladiator goes alone, Behemoth Prisoner almost, if he goes alone, I mean, Pharaoh can solo them. So they have to stick together and back each other up.
Bottom tower killed by Reason Gaming right there, but WOP Dash is going to trade the top tower for that. You see they're trying to bait this Dark Liddy out. See if it works. I mean, Pharaoh's running over. Going to be spotted by an illusion right here of Prisoner. Pretty obviously that. Pharaoh's going to try to make a play right here. Doesn't realize everyone that's nearby. He will land it. Is this going to work, though? Again, everyone being here. Here's the follow-up. Protective Melody. It's going to be channeled in the background. It will be stopped, though. Call to Arms does come through. Pharaoh is dying in the midst of it. Prison Break was used as well. It looks like Dark Liddy is picked off, however. Pharaoh locks on the outside. The Earthshatter doing plenty. Gladiator goes down. Behemoth, not enough damage. He's in trouble now, and he, too, will fall. It's going to be a genocide for Reason Gaming here, most likely Prisoner. There we go. He's the last victim. Pharaoh, the only one to die on the side of Reason Gaming. A 5-for-1. That could have gone either way, it felt like, with how it was setting up, but Reason just too much stronger.
Yeah. Parallax got down to 400 HP, and then she didn't get focused anymore. So I think from now on they have to realize, okay, we gotta use everything on Parallax. The hero's just tearing us apart. So next fights, I hope they do that, because he went on someone else. I can't remember 2 other people. But I think if he went on to Parallax, that would have been a lot better for them. But good fight, and yeah, we get to see the strength of Parallax shining there.
What is that? 14, 12 charges, but still, again, and this is after the change that happened. Although it works the same, but you know, before it would be equivalent to what was 24 charges that he would have by now if you're still getting the 2 per. So that's an insane number to have at 22 minutes into the game, especially. Rhapsody is going to be picked off here in the middle lane. You see Prisoner trying to respond. Cover of Darkness was used right here as well. But Andromeda, that boy Talisman, is going to be able to just walk away in the end. Magnus coming in with a counter eruption now, and Dark Liddy is going to feel the pain. The Earth shatters up from Parallax. Look at Gladiator starting to melt away, and he will get finished in the end. So I don't know if WOP Dash is really going to be happy about sticking much longer in this game with the way the momentum's kicking in now for Reason.
I think if they committed everyone together there, saving the Rhapsody, but they kind of went one by one. As a result, they couldn't secure a kill. Reason Gaming just came to back it up there with the advantage they have. It's hard to beat them now.
Yeah, and they see that too, and they're going to call the GG. So, good game well played. We'll see game one go to Reason Gaming right here. Overall, a very impressive performance. I got to say, it definitely is understandable why teams are even banning this hero all of a sudden in the Parallax. A couple examples we've had recently of that have done well. This was one of the more impressive ones for sure. Just a start that he had and is able to snowball with it. It's tough to deal with, no doubt. So,
Definitely.
a good team. Obviously, Farrell was a high impact too, so you can't ever look that. He did great too that game.
Yep.
So, final thoughts?
I'm trying to think of what if Parallax was something else, because he had complete free farm and almost any hero beats Behemoth. So another hero could possibly be Bombardier as well. Could have worked and done the same thing. The only problem with that is you don't have that much magic and carry potential, damage output.